Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Angela, if you didn't know that already. Today I'm going to do a full face of makeup using products that you can buy from Look Fantastic. I am an ambassador for them now, which is super exciting, and I do have a discount for you to use if you want to. It will get you 20% off most of the products on their website, but there will be some exclusions. As I'm now an ambassador for them, I will receive a little bit of commission from your sale, so thank you so much if you choose to use my code. It really means a lot to me, especially now that I'm actually self-employed. But anyways, let's get on to the video. First up, I am going to start off with my eyebrows. I'm not going to film this entire process purely because it will literally take me all day. This is the NYX Micro Brow Pencil in the shade Brunette, I think. Not used this in a little while, but I'm just going to fill out my brows just a touch. I feel like this shade is slightly a little bit warm for me at the moment. The next product I'm going to use is the Benefit Gimme Brow. This is really good for adding a bit of texture to your brow hairs. It's basically like mascara but for your eyebrows. If you're not too into a really like cemented on looking brow, you know, like brow lamination brows, I don't know what I'm trying to say. This doesn't give you that, but it just gives you a nice like flexible hold. Now I'm talking like as if it's a hairspray. I'm using my Maybelline Eraser Eye concealer. We all know this concealer, it's literally been out ages. Whoops, that was a little bit too much. I'm gonna get my Zoeva buffer. I'm just gonna dab a little bit of that in. So I'm just dabbing that on and that will act as my base. For the eyes, I'm gonna use this Pixi palette. I'm not quite sure if this is an eyeshadow palette or like a bronzing palette, a bronzing and highlight palette, but I'm gonna use it for both today, I think. Basically, what I'm gonna do with this color is I'm putting it into my socket, blending it out, and I'm also gonna put it on my lid as well. This blends out so nicely. It's definitely a good multi-purpose product for the everyday gal, and it does have some shimmers in it, so you can definitely like spice things up and use a shimmer on your lid if you want to. Now this next product I'm going to use is honestly one of my favorite products to use for an eye look. It's the Pixi Fairy Lights, and this one is in the shade Passion Light. Look at that. I feel like this swatch is bloody pathetic. Let me just see what I'm doing. It's like a liquid lipstick for your eyes, but shimmery. I'm gonna pat it on my lid. I'm basically gonna get a brush and I'm just gonna tap. I don't know if you can see that, but that is just such a nice way to add glitter onto your eyeballs without it looking a mess. I feel like it doesn't look as good as it does in person, because this is just magical. This could easily transform your look from day to night. This would be really good for like night looks, going out, brides, if you want to look a little bit extra. I mean, this can definitely be toned down a little bit if you want to. Like, you literally can just put it on the back of your hand, go in with a brush and, you know, stipple it on. I really love that. It does come in a ton of different shades. Some of the shades are not opaque, they're literally supposed to be like a topper. Highly recommend those. I'm actually really excited to use that palette on my face because I feel like that shade is actually really good. So my eyes are sort of semi-finished now, so I'm going to move on to my face makeup. The first thing I'm going to do is apply my Pixi Rose Oil. This is just amazing, honestly. Like, it smells beautiful. I just love this. It's so hydrating, and I can't do my makeup without a rose oil in my life. I just can't. Once you start using rose oil underneath your makeup, your life will change for the better, my friend. It really will. And they do have like a different one. It's the jasmine oil, which is this one. I feel like that one is a little bit thinner in consistency, so if you maybe want to try an oil but maybe don't want one as thick as this, I mean, this isn't thick, it's not thick, but if you want like a thinner oil, then go for that one. Now I'm gonna put a pump of this foundation onto my hand. This is the Born This Way foundation by Too Faced. Again, this is one of my favourite foundations, and I'm going to pop 1 or 2 drops. Let's go for 2. 2 drops of that onto my hand, and I'm going to blend that together. I got this tip from Wayne Goss like absolutely ages ago, but I mean, he said it slightly differently. I've adapted it to my own sort of ways. What he said in a video was that if you've got problems with your foundation not looking good, just put a few drops of oil into your actual foundation bottle. But I feel like that's a bit risky, like, because you could potentially ruin your whole bottle of foundation if you don't like it. So I experimented one day and just did it on my hand, and honestly I've not changed my routine since. The only foundation that I don't use oil with is the MAC Face and Body foundation, because that is a water-based foundation, and if you were to add oil to that, you would up the whole formula. So the next product I'm going to use is this Beauty Bakery flour powder. Doesn't really have a smell. How good would it be if this actually smelled like some kind of bakery product though, because it is Beauty Bakery. I really love their stuff. This is also a black owned company, which I think's really good. I like how they really make like a big deal about that. Next up, I'm going to go in with bronzer. I'm going to use the same palette as I used for my eyes. Whoops. Luckily this blends out really, really well. It's a nice soft powder, and I feel like if you're light skinned, there's definitely an option in here for you. I think I might use that on my nose. I think I'm going to test one of the highlights that's in this palette as well, just to see what that's like. This is kind of like a first impressions because I've never used this palette before, but I really, really like it. But yeah, I'm really, really impressed with that. Okay, so nose, I'm going to go in with this lighter shade, and let's see how we get on with it. Oh yes, I really like this palette. Why have I never used it before? This has literally been lying around in one of my makeup boxes, and this is really nice. I've literally been trying to look for a shade like this for ages, and I feel like that is just making my dreams come true. I'm going to try out this colour as highlight. Let's see if it's as good as the Gossamer ones. I wasn't even going to use this, but I really like that. Guys, if you're after like a new all-round good face palette, definitely get this one. I feel like it's not too expensive either. Everyone would get use from this palette, do you know what I mean? Like, look at the shades. I feel like there's not a single colour that you wouldn't use in that, which I think is rare, because I feel like every single one you could use as an eyeshadow, and obviously I feel like it's got enough shades to use as your face bronzer. Face bronzer. God, I can't really talk, can I? I am really pleasantly surprised by this. But I mean, all Pixi products are good. I've never come across one that I don't really like, to be honest. Okay, so blush. I've got 2 Pixi blushes here. I'm going to give this one a go. It's in the shade Gilded Bare Glow. Gilded Bare Glow. Yeah, that's the name of this one. And basically, I'm not really sure what this is. I don't know if it's like meant to be a bronzer, blush, highlight situation, but it looks a little bit shimmery, so we'll give that a go. This one is the more peachier of the two. This one is pink. So let's get my blush brush. It says in the instructions that you can swirl this all around if you want to, but I'm gonna just dip it in to the middle shade, which is the pinky peach colour. Yeah, I think that's nice actually. It gives like a nice luminous blush. I do think I would prefer the pink one a little bit better though. I'm gonna finish my under eyes again using this palette, and I'm just gonna smoke out the lower lash line. Now I'm going to apply my favourite eyeliner. It's the NYX Epic Ink Liner in the shade Black. And the reason why I love this one in particular is for the brush. I love that it's a brush tip rather than like a felt tip, because the ink just comes out so much better. I don't know if you guys have this problem, but if you are an eyeliner fan and you use a felt tip liner. Most of them, the tip goes dead dry and sometimes it's sort of fray, which isn't good if you want a really like crisp, sharp line. But this one, you literally never get that problem with it. Like, this is literally so inky, so black, and the nib is always sharp because it's a brush tip. Again, I'm using this palette. I'm going to put the middle shade in my inner corner just to brighten that up. There we go. Also, in case you're wondering, these are the Jordan Cosmetics lashes in the style Fletcher, and these are really nice. The lip liner I'm using, by the way, is this MAC one. This is in the shade Spice, and it is one of my favorite liners. And the good news is that my code will get you 20% off MAC products, so that's a nice little saving for you girls. I will say though that if you want a dupe for this particular color, get the Rimmel one in Tiramisu. It is pretty much the exact same color. In fact, I've got it now. Let me just test it out. So this top one is the Rimmel one in Tiramisu, and this bottom one, oh my god, I can't point. The bottom one is MAC Spice. Let me just try and make that line a little bit more thicker so you can clearly see that there's absolutely no difference in it whatsoever. So there you go. As you can see, there's literally no difference at all. It is pretty much an exact match, and if I'm being honest, I actually prefer the Rimmel one because it goes on a bit more smooth. I find that the MAC ones are drier. I feel like there's definitely better ones than MAC in my opinion, and Rimmel is definitely one of them, and they are literally only like £3. And the liquid I'm using over the top is this Pixi one in the shade Matte Beige. This is definitely probably my favorite formula of liquid lipsticks ever because they're just so comfortable, and I feel like they've got a really good shade range. The formula of this is really thin and it's really comfortable to wear, and the smell of these is just magical. The smell literally like Terry's chocolate orange, so if you are a fan of that, you will love these. And yeah, they last really well, they're really comfortable, and I really rate them. To set my face, I'm using an OG product. I absolutely love this shit. This is the Pixi Glow Mist. If you've got dry skin or you've got problem with cakiness or anything, this has got an oil infused in it, so it's very important that you shake this shit up, otherwise it's not gonna work. Ooh. It just smells really like nice. They also have a rose edition one which I haven't yet used. So that is the finished makeup look. Try and just excuse this front part. My hair does need a bit of a wash. Also, another thing that is sold on Look Fantastic is the Molly May and Beauty Works curl kit. This is volume 1. I just want to quickly show you what the curls look like if you don't pin curl them. So that is the end of my tutorial. I will leave my discount code up on the screen in case you do want to use it. All the products and that will be listed in the description box, as well as my discount code. So again, thank you so much if you choose to use it. It honestly means the absolute world to me. If you enjoyed this video, please leave me a thumbs up and please subscribe. I would really appreciate it. Hopefully I'll see you in my next video, but until then, bye for now.